everybody, and on this video we're going to go ahead and add to our invoice. We're going to be able to automatically look up old data by choosing a drop down box here or typing in 1008 and it looks up that invoice or whichever one it is. So to do so we have to store the data. So let's create a sheet and have it called invoice data. Okay. Now we need to know all of the products that are here. We need to know our quantity, and that's all we need to really save. We also need to save the customer. We also need to save the date, and we also need to save the invoice number. So we need to save customer, we need to save product, quantity, date, and we also need to save the invoice number. And just so you know, I basically inserted a new column there. Alright, let's go ahead, Control T, add a table, add our normal format. Okay, so here we want to make this a little bigger because I don't like the looks of it. Alright, so let's go ahead and add our data for this one. Our customer is John Smith. Well, we're going to use VBA to do so. Alright, so we need to have a button here that says new invoice. So let's basically ActiveX button. You can use shapes too, but I like buttons a little better. And you can format them however you want. Properties, print, object, false, name, CB new invoice. Alright, caption new invoice. Okay, so that's done. Alright, we double click it, bring up the Visual Basic Editor. This one we're going to, let's make a module. Okay, so to insert a module, we can do insert module, or I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut Alt-IM. We're going to make a sub procedure, and we're going to call it, the first one is going to be add invoice. Okay, we're going to declare data as a worksheet. Oops, I forgot as. We're going to set that, and if you use the colon, it will basically make a new line, just make it look prettier. Set data equal to this workbook. Sheets. And I spelled this wrong. Okay, so now here we gotta look. Alright, first thing is first. We need to go here and we need to say invoice number is 1, column number or customer is 2. Okay, so let's go back, Alt Tab, and we're going to declare invoice number as integer. We're going to declare customer as string. We're going to declare product as string. dim. Quantity is long. And date or iDate. It will not let you use date because that's a keyword. Alright, so basically we need to fill these variables. Invoice number. We also need to need another worksheet. Dim invoice as worksheet. Set quotes here. Alright, so now let's do this, and we also want to declare one more and call it product or product amount. And we want this to be integer, not long. And same with quantity. Sorry for that. You can use long, either way, it doesn't matter. I just like integer, it uses less RAM. Alright, so basically let's figure out how many products we have. So we can use the worksheet function count a. So let's go back, Alt Tab, and say product amount. We need to declare it. I am bad about that. Sorry about that. So we say application, or let's say product amount equals application dot worksheet function dot count and our range is going to be invoice dot range. You can hard code this in because it will never change. And we're going to say, now because they're merged, I know I don't like using merge, but you have to look at the first cell. So it is actually B13 to B41 is the range. And that will give us that. Okay, so let's test it. Let's go ahead and put product 2 in here and make sure we're correct. Let's go ahead and say debug. Push F5 to run it, and it's 1, which is correct. If we add another, it's going to give us 2. Yeah, it does. Okay, so it's correct. Alright, let's delete this, go back. Alright, so now we say our customer equals invoice.sales, or we can say range, might be easier, and say B8. That's just his name, which is fine. And so that now we need to know our invoice number, which is G7. Alright, and our IDate, which stands for invoice date, equals this is G7, no, G8, my apologies. Alright, our quantity, and we'll fill that in just a minute or two. Alright, so alright, now we need to add a loop. So let's label this. Here we're going to say loop to add records for x equals 13 actually equals, I'm sorry, equals 1 to product amount. And we next x. Alright. So we want to indent, make it a little easier to read. Let's go ahead and fill our quantity. And let's say row number, invoice row number. Copy this, add it to the declaration, sorry. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and say, now we want to say quantity equals invoice.range I ampersand I row. Okay, and that's going to concatenate the row number and it should be plus 12. My apologies. I'm sorry, and that should be E, not I. Right? Yeah. Okay. So now we need to also know which product it is. And basically just going to copy this and change this to B. Alright, and the next one, alright, now we need to find out which row is the next, or is the next row here. So to do so, we want to go say next row up here. So we say data, sorry my cap box got put up, dot cells rows dot count, comma 1 dot end XL up, dot row plus 1. Okay, that's going to get us our next row. Now we want to say alright, so now we want to say data dot cells next row, comma 1, that's customer name, and this is 2, which is the address, or not address. Alright, so we do not need customer name. Sorry, 1 is invoice number. Sorry, my apologies. NUMBER. 2 is customer. 3 is product. Four is quantity. 5 is date. Alright, so that will actually go to this row. This we'll have to fill in because if you have a blank table, it will just go to the next row. It will not go to the last one. So we're going to say John Smith. He has product 1. He has 2 and 12 1 2014. Alright. So now that fills all of that. Let's go ahead and test it out. So this will put 12, and let's change this to 2. Alright. So now when we run it, it should put this here. You can go up here to the green arrow, or you can push F5 and it will run it. Debug. Oh. What is going on here? Oh, this needs to be next row. Sorry about that. Alright, and it does automatically add it. It did not put the correct quantity. Oh, the quantity was 0 because we didn't have any. Let's try that again. Let's delete this. And add quantity, just say 3. Go ahead and run it. Check it, and it's correct. Alright, so that's the first module. Right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop this. If you'd like to continue watching the next one, we will add another module. or add another sub procedure that actually clears this out, and then we will also add a sub procedure that when you will either add, well, when you hit new invoice, it will add here, add the next up. Oh, well, I guess we can do that now. It's not very much. So let's that's going to be this one, sub clear invoice. Alright, let's just copy this. Alright, the next one. So basically we want to, now we're going to want to add if error here. So if it's an error, it will give us a null text string, and same here. So those will just be blank. Alright, we're also going to have to change the date. So when they add the invoice, oh, we'll do that in just a few minutes. Alright, so we want to clear out really we want to clear out invoice dot range B13 to B, I think it was 41. Dot clear contents. Not clear, but clear contents. Clear will clear the data validation, all the formats and everything. So we want clear contents. Alright, so that does that. We want to say invoice dot range B8 B8 dot clear contents. I don't know what's going on here. I can't type. Alright, we also want to clear the or say invoice, or we want to clear actually the quantity too, so this should be C41, or not C, E. Alright, now we want to clear our invoice. That clears the contents. The next one will add in, well, we might as well add the invoice here. G7 Alright, now that will, let's put a note here so we know, clears invoice and adds next invoice number. Okay, so to do so, we need to go ahead and double click this new invoice. Oops, be in design mode. Double click this, it'll bring us back. Let's go back to the module. Let's call this type call and back to the module. And alright, so that should, when we change this to Jane Smith or Jane Doe, it'll change all that information. It should clear the data. Actually, that's wrong. We don't want to do that. We want to add the invoice first, and then we want to do this. It should add Jane Doe and then clear everything, and automatically add the date or add the to the next one. So let's find out. And Jane Doe is there, and the next invoice is now 2000 or 1003. Alright, on the next video we will automatically, when we choose drop down here, it will automatically bring all of the information up. Thanks for watching. See you the next one.